Girls on the way.
Girls on the way.
Girls on the way.
Girls on the way.
Join Tian and Kelly, the brave Taiwanese girls. They're having their troubles like everyone in this world. But hey,
Life's a struggle, but we're on our way to our dear life. Yeah, that's what they say.
girls on the way.
Girls on the
Girls on the way.
Okay.
Why is there an echo? Oh, hold on. Tian, I think we need to wear what's that called?
Headphones.
He has headphones.
Oh, do you? Oh, it's me. Sorry.
She's tipsy already. A mess.
Virgin.
Okay. Oh my god, this is gonna be a full English episode.
Yeah, I'm actually really nervous because I have to speak English.
Englishy. You don't speak any Chinese, is that correct?
I speak a little bit 一点点.
Oh.
Oh, so cute.
Wait, are we supposed to hear ourselves in the headphones? Can you hear yourself?
No, you're
Yeah.
supposed to hear
Other
everybody
people.
else.
But
Yeah,
yourself.
Only, but yourself. Yourself will be on a voice memo. Yeah, don't drink in front of before the recording. Now you're asking stupid question like, are we supposed to hear myself?
Okay, but when I actually don't drink, you were like, you need to drink.
Because you're too calm if you don't.
Right. I'm actually nervous, so I have to drink.
Drink. Okay, let me do the introduction then.
Okay.
Hi， 我是提安。我们今天呢要录一集全英文的 podcast，然后邀请到我们这一位虽然住在台湾10年，但是中文只会一点点的美国朋友 Patrick。
I speak a little Chinese, but I'm not going to speak any Chinese during this.
What Chinese do you know?
I know how to say a little bit. I can say hello. I can say my address. And I learned how to ask people to take a picture with me and dance with me.
Yeah, say them all in Chinese.
Ah, no, that's okay. We have other more important things to talk about.
And that's okay. No, it's fine.
Y'all are annoying! Oh my god! I can already tell you guys will fight if you see each other. Here we go. We invited our American friend who lives in Taiwan for 10 years. His name is Patrick, and he is the co-founder and head... How do you pronounce that fucking word?
Mixologist.
Okay,
Yeah.
mixologist. And bartender of Arts and Crafts.
Yeah. Woo.
Arts and Crafts is also an one and only Black-owned bar in Taiwan.
Yeah. Fuck for that too.
I was so impressed when you opened this bar though, because
Thank you.
I know that this concept would work very well in the US because everybody wants to do like different activities and drink together. But I know that in Taiwan it's not so popular. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
No, that's absolutely correct.
No, when you say this concept, what do you mean? Like gallery plus bar?
Yeah, so we are Arts and Crafts. We're a unique bar in that we are an art gallery. We're a local art studio, an exhibition place for other people to come, like other local artists to come in and display their works. But we're also a craft beer bar. So we specialize in craft beer. So I would say that about 85% of our beers are from Taiwan.
You guys
No.
cooperate with Taihu Jingniang, right?
Yeah. So we work with Taihu, 23 Brewing, Red Point, and what's the other one? 3 Giants. So they're all throughout.
Okay. I feel like Patrick hasn't officially introduced himself. Can you do that?
Let
real
me
quick?
introduce myself. So my name is Patrick. I am from St. Louis, Missouri, but I've lived in Taiwan for the last coming up on 10 years. I moved out here in 2011. I started off as a middle school and high school ESL teacher. I was teaching English in Danshui. I did that for about 8 years, and then I moved down to Taichung. I taught for a year, and then I opened up the bar. So we've been in business for coming up on 2 years.
Okay, cool. 你要 summarize 吗？
Patrick 就是他从密苏里州搬过来台湾，在淡江中学教了差不多7、8年的书，在2011年的时候，后来搬到台中教了2年的书，就开了他们现在的这个 bar。
好不
开了，我有讲错吗？
No, keep going.
开了2年。
就这样哦。
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the co-founder of Arts and Crafts, which is the bar that I'm in. But I'm the founder and sole proprietor. So that means it's all on me. I completely own and run and manage all parts of in-house bartender. And in-house bartender is a virtual mixology class and like happy hour service that I do.
That sounds really cool.
That was so cool because I've never knew such business model exists. So can you explain that to us? Like, how does it work?
Yeah. So in-house bartender is a completely unique brand. I don't want to necessarily say brand, but it's a completely unique service. When COVID hit, we know that it shut down a lot of businesses back in America, throughout the world pretty much, but it changed the way that people were able to socialize and interact with one another. So I started doing in-house bartender because like my dad and my sister, they would always go out for like daddy-daughter margaritas. They would go to like different restaurants and stuff. But once their favorite places got shut down, they couldn't do anything. So instead of having them risk going out and potentially getting sick or, you know, getting someone else in our family sick, I started doing videos where I was teaching people how to make the drinks. So they started watching those. My other friends started watching them. And some people hit me up. They said, Patrick, can you join into one of my Zoom calls with some of my friends and just show us how to make a drink or two?
Wait a second. Where did you make those videos?
Those are all on Instagram.
IGTV?
Yep, IGTV and my Facebook. That's where I share all of them too. But yeah, they, like I said, my friends hit me up. They said, Patrick, can you show us how to make some in person on the call? And afterwards, they were like, Patrick, that was so much fun. They sent me a couple of dollars. They're like, oh, here's a tip, like tip your bartender.
Ooh.
That's really cute.
They got me thinking. I'm like, I wonder if there's a potential business here. But like you said, you never heard of this kind of service before. I hadn't heard of it before because I looked it up. I did the research to see if there was a business model for it, and there wasn't one. It's completely one of a kind. As far as I know, I'm the only person that's doing something like this. I'm sure that now there are more people doing it, but what I do and what it is, people will book me, they'll send me an email, they go to my website, they'll register for a date and a time, they'll set the number of drinks that they want to make, we decide how many people, I send out a menu using simple ingredients, right? Some things that you probably already have at your house. Together we come in and we make some of your favorite drinks. So if Tion, what's your favorite cocktail?
Mojito.
So if you don't know how to make a mojito at home, then I'll teach you how to make one using the ingredients that you probably already have at home. You know, so it's a way for people to interact with their friends, but also to learn a new skill.
所以Patrick 他不只是这个 Arts and Craft 的那个共同的 co-founder 嘛，他还是 in-house bartender 的 founder， 他是自己独立的一个服务。是什么样子的服务呢？他说他刚开始的这种 in-house bartending 的这个服务的时候，是因为这个 COVID-19 他的爸爸和妹妹最喜欢去的那个酒吧关掉了，所以呢他就跟他的爸爸还有妹妹视讯，然后教他们做这个玛格丽特，然后就这样发现了一个小商机，我觉得非常有创意呢。
他说他一开始是在那个 IGTV 上 po 影片嘛。What is the series called?
Series is called Stay Your Ass at Home and Drink.
I know. That is so loud every time.
I know I have to do it. I do it loud every time. It's the signature of the brand. It's like people look forward to it for like the first couple of seconds.
Okay,
honestly.
do it right now.
Huh? I want to move the microphone back.
Okay.
You want me to do the intro like I do for all of them? I usually have a drink in my hand, so it's going to be a little bit different. But hey, everybody, and welcome back to yet another installation of Stay Your Ass at Home and Drink with Patrick. And it's me, Patrick, your in-house bartender.
Every time I see your video, I was so serious watching it because I like bartending. I want to be a bartender. But as you know, if I be a bartender, there will be a whole lot of guys hitting on me. So that's the reason I'm not doing it.
Tion, it wouldn't be as many as you. No, I'm joking.
It will be. You know me, it will be.
Let me summarize that.
You don't have to summarize me. Everybody knows me now.
庭阳说他也想要当 bartender， 就是什么调酒师。可是呢，他就觉得说，哦，如果我去当调酒师的话，会太多人想要搭讪我，所以就that's a no-no. But Patrick say, you think too much. 想太多了。It's actually not that many people will hit on you because you are fucking married.
Summarize. Use Chinese.
Okay. So Patrick, when did you find that yourself had an interest in it, and where did you learn the mixology knowledge from?
Okay. Well, since I've started drinking, I've always liked to drink.
And how old was that? 12?
No, actually, I didn't start drinking until after college. So pretty much when I got to Taiwan is when I started drinking.
For real? Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
When I was in college, I was the only black person on our swim team. And I went to like a pretty small college, but it was a big party school. And I didn't want to like show up to swim practice like drunk or hungover and then, you know, make a bad reputation for the other minorities at the school. So I was sober the entire time. But I didn't really get into like cocktails and stuff until very recent. Most of the stuff that I drank, yeah, literally, I guess when we opened up the bar, because majority of times I would go out and I would just get like a beer or I'll get like a whiskey neat, you know, something real simple, something real basic. But I got more into the cocktails and I learned how to make them out of necessity because we had the bar. And again, when COVID hit, even though Taiwan didn't ever have to shut down, we lost a lot of our customers. We lost a lot of our like regular customers because we were the foreign bar, you know, in the area. And a lot of them didn't know what was going to happen with COVID. So a lot of people left before they found out that Taiwan was safe. But we needed something at the bar to get more people to come out because business was struggling. And I'll explain the name Arts and Crafts, and then it'll kind of make sense why the cocktail thing came up later. The art part is obviously because we're an art gallery, we're a studio, people come in and they make art and they can look at art. But the crafts part is because we have craft beer. So the arts and crafts is like a play on words. So the majority of what we sold when we opened was just beer, right? So you could come in, you could get all these different kinds of beers, or you could get basic drinks like a gin and tonic, vodka with like a whiskey, Coke. We weren't doing like all the other drinks. So I had to come up with something to get more people to come out. So that's when I started doing the craft cocktails. And I learned all of this literally just through research, YouTube University,
That's right.
reading books, doing everything else, and just asking a lot of other bartenders that I knew, just question. So that's how I learned.
Cool.
Is there any drinks that you just made up by yourself and be creative and do experiment?
He's gonna make one for girls on the way, I know.
There's some of my own like original recipes that I've come up with, but I mean the history of making cocktails, it's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. So there aren't that many different combinations that you can do of drinks and still have them balanced, but you can add something new to it, or you can change the recipe. And once you do that, then it becomes a unique recipe. The most popular one that I do at the bar is a spicy pineapple margarita. And as far as I know, that's not something that's pretty common at other bars.
No. So it wasn't because you like to make drinks you open the bar. So what was the reason that you actually opened the bar?
The reason that we opened up the bar was because, I mean, obviously I'm Black and I live in Taiwan, and there aren't that many safe spaces for Black people out here in Taiwan. And by a safe space, I mean a place where I could just go and be myself, where I can listen to the music that I like and not have to worry about, you know, someone saying something inappropriate or coming up to me and trying to touch my hair or do this or do that or whatever.
That's because you have pretty hair.
I do have very beautiful hair.
I think I did ask you if I can touch your hair.
Probably. But I mean, like, it's not something that I'm offended by. It's something that sometimes you just get tired of telling people no or trying to explain things. And again, I taught for 8 years, but I also recognize that I'm a foreigner. I have to be lenient. I have to be a little bit more relaxed with how I feel about things. But also, you know, I'm expected to have everything be a teachable moment because everyone in Taiwan hasn't interacted with another Black person the same way that, you know, you notice in America, especially now, there's a bigger need for safe spaces for Asians and Asian Americans. You know, with the increase of violence because of people's ignorance with COVID. But essentially, that's what we wanted to do with the bar. We wanted to have a safe space, not just for everyone to come into, but specifically for other Black and brown people in Taiwan, where they could come in and they could see people who look like them behind the bar. They could come in and hear music that they liked and that were familiar to them and that they were comfortable with. So that's what we wanted to do with the bar.
所以 Patrick 说他们一开始开酒吧的初衷是因为他们觉得咖啡色的人在台湾可能没有一个比较安全的环境。Why are you laughing?
I appreciate you trying to say that.
Yeah, okay. 对，没有比较安全的一个环境可以让他们就是放松，然后交一点朋友，所以其实不是因为他就对酒就是有多大的兴趣啦。OK， 也是，但是事后呢，因为就是开了酒吧之后，发现有这个需求，他们也需要吸引更多的客人来，所以他就自己去研究了一些调酒，才之后做了 in-house bartender 这些影片，然后进而变成一个新的商业模式，就是在网络上远端调酒师的这个服务。
I want to talk about the arts part. I saw it on your Instagram that you guys draw stuff on the wall and that customer color it.
Yeah. every couple months, I'll switch up. I do a big mural at the front of the bar. That's what everyone can see when they first walk in. And like I said, every couple months I change it, but it's an interactive mural. So I encourage people to, while they're enjoying their drinks, go up. We have the paint out next to the wall so they could go up, they could paint, they could fill in the colors. So think of it like a giant coloring book that we'll put up there. So that's usually like the main art piece that I'll put up there. But like I said, I usually switch it up. I handle all of the artwork at the bar. This little writing here, this just has our logo. The actual logo, I designed that. This mural right there, I painted that as well.
So you're an artist.
Yes. In college, I studied, I was a writing major, so I studied writing, also studied art. My specific genre of study, or my focus, was creative nonfiction.
Do you like our logo? Sorry.
I do like your logo, yeah. It's very fitting. Like, it's appropriate. It makes sense.
Yeah, it emphasizes Hyun's boobs.
Okay.
He's not gonna make any comment. He respects me.
Cool. Good to know.
I think you can kind of like short answer this question of when did you come to Taiwan and why?
Yeah, so I first came to Taiwan, I think I remember the exact day, I think it was October 21st, 2011.
Wow.
I came out here because I was offered a job teaching English up in Danshui. That was literally the main reason that I came. Before this, I had no idea where Taiwan was, didn't know anything about it. This is the first country that I've ever been to, like outside of America.
And
yeah, it's my first time. Yep, my first time out of the country. My third time ever on an airplane. But yeah, I came out here and I was just going to teach ESL. I was going to do it for 1 year, but I ended up falling in love with the country, the food, the people, like everything was just so amazing. Like the travel opportunities, like I love being in Taiwan.
What did you like about Taiwan and what did you dislike?
So the main thing that I liked I liked the food. I liked the food a lot more when I first got here. And now I'm like, all right, I want some other things. Xiaolong Bao is like my favorite thing in the world. But more than anything, it was the people. The people were just super nice. Like Taiwanese people are some of the most hospitable, just some of the nicest people that you can meet. Everyone that I met made me feel very welcome. They were very curious about me, which was exciting. But it wasn't like a rude curiosity. They wanted to know where I was from. Anytime I needed help with something, without me even asking, somebody would come up and try to help me do this or do that. So that was the main thing. That was the main thing for me, is how nice the people were, because they made it instantly feel like home.
So nothing that you dislike?
You know what I dislike? I don't like how people drive out here. That bothers me.
Okay.
Do you drive?
Yeah, I have a motorcycle. Not a scooter, I have an actual motorcycle. Out here, I noticed everyone drives, like in America, they say drive defensively. In Taiwan, they drive...
aggressively.
They drive, it's not a good aggressive. A lot of times people just don't pay attention.
Really?
And they're just like...
No, I feel like they have to take their opportunity to go, otherwise they will have to wait for another 20 minutes.
And see, that's the issue. They have to take an opportunity that they could have set up kilometers back, but they don't do that. They just drive and it's like, oh, look, I need to turn right. So I'm just going to do it right now because no one else is coming. And then they forget that there are scooters and motorcycles, driving down that little scooter lane and then almost hit somebody.
Yeah.
Next one is, what are the challenges of having a business in Taiwan as a foreigner, especially as African American?
Yeah, you can say black foreigner, it's fine. Yeah,
Asian.
so I'll answer it first as a foreigner and then as a black foreigner, because I think that makes most sense.
Yeah.
Any foreigner is going to struggle opening a bar or opening any kind of business in a country where they're the minority. You're going to struggle with a new business regardless, because people aren't familiar with it. They don't know, who you are or what your brand is or what to expect from you. People are always going to be slow to come in the beginning. As a foreigner, I've noticed that that's going to be amplified, because the people who would normally come in, or I guess the people who would normally come in as foreigners, they have to find out about it. They have to come there, and then you have to build up that trust with them. It's hard to tap into the foreigners network over here, because again, they might be more likely to come just because it's an English-speaking business, but that doesn't guarantee that they're going to come all the time. Other foreigners will not keep you in business. It's a matter of tapping into the locals, because that crowd comes and goes all the time. Foreigners are here for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, usually on average, and then they leave. And then you have to start over every single year, rebuilding your base. So as a foreigner, that's been the hardest thing. It's just trying to get that local crowd to come in. Now, as a black man being a business owner, it's been twice as hard, just because people have certain biases against black people. You still have some people who feel the way that they do, who have their own racial prejudices and who don't want to come in and support black businesses. It hasn't been anything blatant or like in my face where it's been like, oh, I'm not coming to your bar because you're black. But I have heard people mention my bar, but they say, oh, the bar owned by the black guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going there. And that's not just the foreigners too. That's with the locals in the area as well. Like I said, Taiwanese people, they made me feel very extremely comfortable when I've been here, but it was also very challenging because, again, Black people aren't commonplace in Taiwan. You know, the common thing is like when people are thinking about their ESL teacher, they think a very specific type of person. They think a young
Blonde
white
hair.
man.
Blue
eyes.
eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A white man, a white woman.
Yeah, that's what I was really surprised when I met y'all. Y'all are teaching English in Danjiang Gaozhong. Are you kidding me? Like
Yeah, a private high school.
private high school, like their parents expect more and better. How you convince their parents be like, oh, these two are your kid's English teacher. They're Black. Yes.
Like the first couple years were just a big uphill battle because everything that I did, I had to be better. I had to prove, you know, my worth. But like I was successful in my job and it changed the culture at that school. Coming back to the business point, it's the same thing here. I'm essentially starting back over where I have to prove constantly to the community that I'm here and I'm not just here to take your money. I'm here to be a space for the community to come in and not only enjoy drinks, but to look at this artwork. That's why we were really big on focusing on local artwork. We're pretty close to Donghai University. So we'll talk to the art students over there. We let them display their artwork here, their photos, their paintings, sculptures, whatever they have. Any chance that we get to do an event with them, we're always happy to like, hey, come on in, you all can display your work, let other people know that you're here. So you can see this bar may be run by Black foreigners, but we're here for the community and we want to look out for everybody.
That's awesome. Okay, Tian, go ahead and summarize that, please.
Wow, I thought you were summarizing this.
Wow, 20 minutes speech, I cannot.
我们刚刚这个问题是问 Patrick 说，身为一个外国人，尤其是黑人，在台湾开一间酒吧，或者是拥有一个
生意
一个店，是不是有哪一些特别的挑战？他说第一，如果说以身为外国人的话，那当然是主要客群就比较有可能是外国人，因为母语是英文，所以大家比较好沟通，然后文化比较接近。但是在台湾的外国人可能很多是过来交换学生，或者是来工作可能1-2年，或读书3-4年然后就离开了，
所以就不能过度依赖外国人的客群。
对，所以如果真的要把这个酒吧继续开下去的话，那当然还是要依赖就是台湾
在地的社群，
在地人啦。另外一个 challenge 就是当你是一个黑人的时候，其实全世界都有这个问题，对黑人的这个要怎么讲啊？我要讲黑人吗？
非裔美籍
Is it OK， 我觉得讲黑人真的很难听， but
咖啡色人
OK， 咖啡色人，身为一个咖啡色人
Either one is okay. No, I was just say that's one thing. Sometimes people get like frustrated trying to be politically correct. I don't want to speak for all Black people, but it is okay, at least with me, to say
身为黑人然后当生意人的挑战呢，是社会迫使他们要去努力的展现，去证实他们的价值跟他们的能力。黑人在台湾又不是一个比较广大一点的族群，不像白人这么多。
What was the vision for the bar then when you opened it and now?
the vision of the bar hasn't changed. We've always wanted to be a safe space for Black and brown people to come into, as well as just a social place for everyone else to come to. Come in, have some drinks, socialize, but be around people and be able to feel like yourself comfortably. But I have this thing on the wall right next to the bar that's pretty much our motto. It says that when you come in here, we want you to leave with more friends than you came with.
I need to go because I have no friends.
Tion's right here on the call. That's messed up. The vision hasn't changed, but the method that we deliver it has. Before we started off and we were trying to do like bigger parties and do things like that. And now we moved away from that where we prefer like more intimate things, smaller events where you could really sit down and like talk to people and get to know one another and just kind of bond, like I said, over good drinks.
所以我们刚刚提到就是 Patrick 他的这个酒吧 Arts and Craft 他的 idea 就是一个很友善的空间，然后让大家可以进来做一些艺术方面的活动，然后又可以喝酒，然后可以认识朋友。你来了这个酒吧，你可以在这个酒吧认识到更多朋友，然后你带着更多的友谊离开这个酒吧。这个观念在美国来讲我觉得是很好实现，而且美国人很习惯做这种就是把画画然后跟酒放在一起，或者是把插花然后跟酒放在一起。 就是这种很休闲的活动。但是在台湾的夜生活文化来说的话，不是这么友善。
我觉得台湾人不会不接受啊，我觉得只是他们 marketing 没有做好而已。
好啦 ，OK，
当然就是跟传统想象的酒吧那种感觉不太一样嘛，就是新的想法。可是我觉得台湾人其实是很可以接受新的东西的。
对，但是又加上前面那2个原因，就是他们是外国人开的酒吧，然后还是黑人开的酒吧，
会比较没有那个信任感。
Yeah, sometimes Taiwanese see foreigner owner and be like, okay, I'm scared, I don't want to speak English, so I don't want to go in. Or then there are black people opening this bar that I feel more scared now.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Especially older people.
Yeah, especially older people.
My parents will go this weekend.
Okay. I will believe it when I see them.
So next, you have a co-founder, right? So next question is, how do you manage teamwork? Because you are obviously running this bar with your co-founder, Carl.
You're basically giving you a space to complain.
Here you go.
No, it's really no complaints. Carl and I, we work together for a long time, so we understand how each other works. We know each other's strengths and our weaknesses. What I lack, he makes up for. Like me, I'm not good with numbers. So when it comes to like handling a lot of the finances and, you know, like that stuff, that's what Carl excels. But when it comes to, with our specific kind of bar, when it comes to the artwork, when it comes to most socialization and things like that, that's where I really shine. I think managing any business or working with somebody is all about knowing your strengths and your weaknesses and not being afraid to let someone else, like trusting that someone else can take care of it and like hold that thing down. You know, like I wouldn't go to Carl and ask him to design a logo or, you know, to come up with the idea to paint the next mural. But that doesn't mean that I can't get his opinion on something.
Mm-hmm.
You
like
know?
Kelly wouldn't ask me to do something that I'm really bad at.
Yeah.
Such as editing video.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I let
thing.
Tian go to Clubhouse and do the marketing. Gain followers.
Yeah. So it's literally the same thing. Carl handles the social media accounts. So that's how we like build up our online presence. We do things a little bit differently in that sense. I have my own following. I promote the bar to them in a different way than we do for like the general public.
Okay, summarize it.
Overall, the teamwork was great.
Huh? That's it?
I thought you were supposed to summarize it in Chinese.
Yeah, you're supposed to summarize in Chinese. She's drunk.
Kelly, how many drinks you had today?
This is my second glass.
You know, actually, it's no judgment.
He passed out a lot after he drinks.
I used to. Now I don't.
I think all that.
You
I'm
being
good
a
now.
bartender doesn't mean that you're good at drinking.
Oh no, I'm great at drinking.
Oh, now you're
I'm
great at drinking. Okay.
I've had a lot of practice. So those party days that Tion's talking about, you got to remember when Tion and I we all used to like go out and party and stuff together. I was new to drinking. Now I've got more experience. I know how to drink better and how to take better care of myself.
他刚刚所传达的就是，你如果要跟你的合作伙伴好好的合作的话呢，你必须知道你自己的强项在哪里，知道对方的强项在哪里，同时也要知道自己的弱点，还有对方的弱点在哪里，这样才可以更好的合作。像他们的酒吧就是 Patrick， 他就是一个艺术家，所以呢，他就会负责一些美编啊，或者是墙上的画，或者是跟人的交流之类的。
调酒也是一个艺术。
那他的伙伴 Carl 呢，就是我们上一集有请到那个爱台湾的美国人，他呢主要是就比较负责一些行政啊，然后财务啊上面的东西，还有一些 social media 经营。那我们刚才提到了，就像我跟 Kelly 的合作一样啊，因为他剪片很厉害，所以他就把我 send 到 Clubhouse 上面去讲一些有的没有的东西，有一些 follower， 这就是 teamwork。
分工。
What's your future plan?
Future plans. Well, I guess this would be like the big announcement, but I'm leaving Taiwan. I'll be leaving in May. I'm going back to the States. Like I said, I've been over here for about 10 years, but I think it's time for me to go back, spend some time with my family. I got a little nephew that I've only met really once in person, and he knows me as his uncle over the phone, so I really want to go and spend some time, like some much needed time with my family. But I'm thinking of opening my own bar. It'll be a different idea than arts and crafts, but still kind of like take some of those things that I know from here. I want to really focus on like craft cocktails, but do something a little bit more conceptual, something a little bit more fancy. So I don't know if you've seen like the last couple of IG videos that I did where I was getting into like more of like the molecular mixology, like doing like more science related drink or science-based drinks.
Yeah.
I want to do something like that, but I want to make it affordable. But I still want to have like, you know, that small intimate space, that safe space where people can come to and chill, have a couple good drinks. It's not like a club vibe, but it's like a nice bar lounge that you can go to.
So there's not gonna be a dance floor?
No, probably not gonna be it might be a small dance floor. It might be a small dance floor.
Okay, good. So have you decided where that you want to have a bar?
No, not yet. I'm still very open to places. I have a couple of places in mind, and I've had talks with some other investors, people that I've met through In-House Bartender, who are very serious about putting in a lot of money to get the bar going. So they were pretty much fine with wherever they have their places. You know, they would want it to be like their local bar. So I've spoken with some people out in Dallas, a couple people in Houston, Oakland, Philly, and the Washington, D.C. area is where the majority of people that I've spoken to have tried to get me to go. But like I said, I'm open to relocating. It's pretty much wherever I feel like it's going to be the most successful, and I'm going to find the best market, you know.
OK， 刚刚问了我们的 Patrick 一个他未来的计划，然后他说呢，这个可能就是一个公告，就是他在5月的时候就是要回美国了，因为他在台湾待了10年，然后也很喜欢台湾，但是他觉得是时候该回美国去跟家人相处。但同时呢，因为他的 in-house bartending business， 他也认识了一些愿意投资的老板们，然后他也有计划想要在美国找一个地方开一个，是可以这么说吗？很有气氛的酒吧，然后想要做一些就是科学类的调酒，足以让他发挥他的创意。
I feel like you kind of want people to not only think that drinking equals negativity, right? I like how you want to make drinking a creative and...
I want it to be a creative experience.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Because like it's so easy to just go out and, you know, a lot of bars, they focus on like speed. They just want to get people in, make a bunch of drinks, get them drunk, and then get them out. My concept, I'm like, well, we spend all this money, we spend all this time sitting at restaurants, doing all these other things. Why can't we do the same thing with the bar? You know, every drink that we make doesn't have to be made instantly, right? You could take some time making someone's drink.
Right.
And I want to create a space, again, that's like that.
Patrick 他做酒吧的概念就是他希望酒吧是一个可以让人家放松，然后可以享受，然后可以慢步调的，说不定就是你就可以很简单的坐在酒吧前面，然后看他调酒的那个步骤。有时候这些东西是很疗愈的，可以给人家另外一种不同的感受跟经验。
就不是说酒就是都要等于很负面的东西这样子。I want to say I know having a business is tough, especially that I have several businesses. But what are some positive things in the journey?
I think one of the biggest positives is just the satisfaction that you get from working for yourself. Like I'm very happy that I've started something. Speaking specifically about In-House Bartender, it's very exciting.
Wait, not the bar. Not the bar?
I say speaking, I'll talk about the bar in a minute.
Okay.
I'm very happy that I was able to take an idea and build something from it to the point where it has literally like sustained me since this pandemic started. When the bar wasn't making money, In-House Bartender is how I made money. It's kept food on the table. It's kept bills paid. It's kept the lights and everything on for me. And it's really cool to take an idea that you've had that just existed in your mind, a completely unique thing that has never existed before, and build it up from birth, essentially, right? From the birth of that idea into something that is now across the country. Like I'm getting ready to hire 3 more bartenders. So it'll be a team of 4 of us. I'm working on expanding In-House Bartender to not just including drinks, but to also including like chefs. So I have like in-house chefs as well. So we'll be doing like food lessons. I've worked with, literally just since I've started, in less than a year, I've worked with Google, Merrill Lynch, Credit Suisse Bank, Accenture in California, University of San Francisco, University of Pittsburgh. Worked with all of these major companies and all of these people, and like just countless birthdays, happy hours, girls' nights, anniversaries, you know, date nights, all these other things. Like, it's just been really cool watching that grow.
You say you work with Accenture. Okay, so how does that work? Like they will
What is
gather
Accenture?
It's a big software company, like extremely big. So how does that work? Like they gather in the big meeting room or something?
No, so since everyone's been working remotely, everyone's in their own house. So I have a representative for, whatever country. They'll reach out to me. We'll discuss like their menu, everything like that. But the same way that I'm set up right now talking to you all, we'll do the same thing. So we'll talk, we'll do these happy hours, we'll make the drinks together. But for them, it's a way to, kind of break up the monotony of always being on Zoom for business.
Meetings,
Yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. I can get together for a happy hour. When I was working with Google, I was helping them with their new talent acquisitions. They would get new clients, and because they couldn't go out, those big companies, when they sign someone, they're usually like, hey, thanks for signing us. We're going to take you all out to dinner to celebrate, something like that. Since they couldn't do that, they were like, all right, what can I do? So they contact me and I would do that for them. I'm in the process of working on a couple partnerships to make that process a little bit easier so that everything can be automated. So you have the option through my website of buying your groceries, buying whatever you need, and then having them shipped directly to you. Like whatever you don't have, you just click it. But it's a partnership that I'm still working on. So I can't talk about that. Oh, no, I already have a website.
Oh, really?
Oh, you didn't do your homework, TT.
I didn't do my homework.
It's inhousebartender.com.
You're going to take on the bar as well?
Yeah. So, because the bar is something that we talked about for years, right? We talked about having this space, and it's just been great to actually have that. Having a virtual business is way different than having a brick and mortar, having an actual space. I might have built, in-house bartender from the ground up in terms of like the idea and its birth, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. But with the bar, again, it's the same thing, except this is an actual physical space that I'm able to walk in. Like I don't have a space to go to for in-house bartender. That could be done anywhere. But it's been really cool just having an actual physical space. Like I'm sitting in my bar right now. Like this place is mine. And a lot of the stuff around me, I built like literally with my hands, like the actual bar where people come in and they get their drinks. I built that with my hand.
Amazing.
That's been like one of the coolest things about this is just, that pride that you get from having an actual space that you've talked about and that you've wanted for a long time, that you finally can sit there and say, I have made this, I built it, and I'm sitting in it now.
I'm tearing up.
But was it hard to make that decision of closing the bar?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, anytime you start up a business, especially again, when you do have like a brick and mortar, you're investing. Right? You're taking a gamble. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. But with anything that you take a risk on, it's important to know when it's time for you to step away from it and move on to something else for your own self. And I know with me, like I said, I love Taiwan, but I've done my time. I've been here longer than most other foreigners. I've seen this place grow, and it's going to forever be like a second home to me. But it is time for me to get serious about starting my own life, to actually like work towards a career. Because I love Taiwan. I'm so happy that I was able to start a bar. But at the end of the day, I can only do so much here. When the bar isn't successful, what do I fall back on? And as a foreigner, there aren't many jobs for us to do outside of being a teacher. I love teaching when I was teaching, but I don't have the same passion for it anymore. And I encourage everyone, when you lose that passion for doing something, it's okay to step away from it, especially when it comes to serving other people.
That's so powerful. That's what I feel like I need right now. Like, can you say that again? So when you lose passion for something?
Yeah, when you lose passion for something. Yeah, it's okay to step away, especially when you're serving other people. I mean, I know, like I taught for 8 years. I'm an excellent teacher. I change lives. And that's not me just being, just bragging. This is actually true. I had my first set of students who are graduated from college now come to the bar and surprise me on my 30th birthday, right? I didn't say anything. They just showed up. And it's like, you got to see the impact that you make on people's lives when you are passionate about things. But I'm not passionate about teaching anymore. And especially these kids out here, they deserve teachers that are going to be passionate and aren't just out here for a paycheck, Yeah. So like I said, it's sad. It is sad to be closing up the bar, but I don't feel sad for having to do so.
Yeah.
The bar was successful. It's as successful as it was. I've been able to build another very successful business due to what I've learned from being in the bar. And I want to take what I know from being here in arts and crafts and apply it to the next place that I create.
I hear you. See, I asked some good questions.
You better summarize that too.
God, I don't know how.
It's okay. Like our audience can practice their English listening as well.
Did you slow down your speed for us?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh.
Okay. So we're going to do a very fun activities that Patrick kindly offer our crazy ass yellow person.
Wow. We really offer? You all made me do this.
It's a time for you to advertise your service. You want to showcase that for us. So like,
I'll say, normally I charge for this service, so you guys are getting this one.
That's okay. Sis got money. How much do you want?
Perfect. Then I will send you the invoice once we finish.
因为 Patrick 他有一个线上的调酒的一个课程的一个网站，就是可以就是聘请他，然后来教大家去做大家想要喝的调酒嘛。所以呢，我们现在要请 Patrick 即兴的来为我们的疯狂凯莉做一杯调酒，但是要用 Kelly 他冰箱里面现有的材料哦。
呀，可是因为大家都知道我其实不常买菜，所以我其实冰箱里面除了酒就还是酒而已。然后我又不喝烈酒，所以就是一些很鸟的酒，所以就看他能变出什么东西啊。
Yep, you got to go to wherever you're going to be making this cocktail. So wait. Before you go, these are going to be some things that you need.
Okay, yes.
Do you have a cocktail shaker?
I don't.
No.
Okay, perfect. So you can use a water bottle. If you have it, pretty much anything that's going to have a lid on it, because we're going to shake up some stuff.
So excited. Don't be jealous. Yeah.
Do you have shot glasses?
Yes, I have shot glasses.
Okay, so we're going to need at least. Do you have sugar?
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming that you have water.
Yes.
What else? You have lemon or lime juice?
I have lemon, fresh lemon.
Okay. All right, cool. Grab one of those. What else? What other alcohol? What liquor do you have in your house?
I don't have hard liquor. I cannot drink those. I have a bunch of wines. I have this rosé.
Okay.
This cap.
Is that one open?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to use that one.
Oh, you don't want to see other ones? Okay, fine.
Nah, it's okay. So wait, you don't have tequila, I'm assuming.
No, I have soy milk and orange juice. I have squash soup.
No, we're not going to use anything else.
I have this.
We're not going to use that. You don't have whiskey. You do not have tequila. No rum.
No hard liquor.
Just got wine. No, that's not going to go good with that wine. That's going to be weird.
Pepsi.
No, put that Pepsi down.
Wow, that Pepsi is like 2 months old.
Yeah, throw that away. Bring it over to your countertop. You also need a knife.
And orange juice too.
Oh, okay.
I'm not jealous. I found mojito recipe already, so I'm gonna do it myself.
Do you have mint?
I can buy mint.
Tian, you should check out that the video that I did. It's called like Once Miss. It's a one shot, but it's a mojito pie.
As your 10 years friend, you're gonna make a Tian drink for me.
As your new friend, you can also make a drink for me.
You need a container or something. Something like that you can just shake stuff up. You need something with a lid. Big, small, it really doesn't matter. You need something big enough for you to put ice in.
This.
Okay, yeah, we can use that. You're gonna have to shake things though, so be ready for it.
Okay.
And do you have like a strainer, something small like this?
I have a big strainer.
Okay, as long as it filter out some ice.
所以现在 Patrick 叫 Kelly 拿了一瓶红酒，一个新鲜的柠檬，然后柳橙汁，一些工具，因为他需要调酒，然后需要摇。这是 Kelly 冰箱里面现有的东西。
Perfect. And a spoon.
Spoon.
A small spoon, like a regular size spoon. And a shot glass. You need your shot glass.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes. Stay your ass at home and drink.
Yeah, look, I don't say that. So the way that I do all of these, I'll stand right here just like this. We'll stand here. We're going to make the drinks. We do little brief introductions, whatever. But we get started. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the first drink we want to make this is going to be a take on a devil's margarita. Since you don't have tequila, it's going to be a little bit different.
So it's more like a mocktail.
Oh no, I mean it's still going to have a little bit of alcohol because it's going to have wine in it, but it's going to be. So,
Hey, I have this.
Rice alcohol.
You know what? Yeah, we can use a little bit of that. If you want to, it's going to be strong as hell. If you're ready, I'm going to tilt this down so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and we will get started. So anytime you're making cocktails, you always want to start off with your cheaper ingredients first. You work your way up. So first, you want to get your sugar because you're going to make simple syrup. Simple syrup is just equal parts sugar and water. So in your shot glass, what I want you to do about 1/3 of a shot. So like 1/3 of a shot of sugar, and then fill the rest of it up with water. You ready? Now, get out a quick little swirl. You can swirl it in the cup. You can use your finger, but you're going to put that into your cocktail shaker. Normally, we would only do about 3/4 of an ounce. You want to put the whole thing in.
The whole thing.
All right, yep, so that goes in. Next, you're going to do your lemon or your lime juice. Very carefully, you want to cut that in half.
Oh my God.
Kelly, wait, stop. Put the lemon on the table. Don't hold it in your hand to cut it.
That's what I do.
Don't do that no more. You want to squeeze half of that into your shaker.
Just half?
Yep, just half of
You
it.
mean this half?
Yep, but that should give you about half of an ounce.
Isn't Kelly so cute? They're making her own cocktail.
I don't think I washed my hands.
That's fine, it's your drink.
I'm glad I'm not there because she will force me to drink.
It looks good already.
Normally, this is when we would add our alcohol because we're making a very simple margarita. Take that rice wine that you have.
Okay.
And do a half of a shot of it in there because I know that's going to be potent. It's going to be strong. Just a half shot, not much.
好恶哦
Gross.
Pour it in.
好了
Gross.
All of it. Just trust me. Now you want to do a double shot of water.
Oh, I was like, double shot of what?
Normally, this would be a double shot of tequila, but you don't have it.
好好笑哦。
Done.
All right, now you want to take a piece of ice, put it inside of whatever glass you're going to use. Put one piece in there and then just swirl this around. It's okay if it fell inside your thing. Swirl it around. What this is going to do, you'll notice that your glass starts to get frosty. Okay, you can stop and just put the glass off to the side.
He said I can stop. Okay.
Now you're going to add your ice to your shaker, whatever you're going to be shaking stuff up with.
Big ass shaker.
This is a comedy to me.
It is ridiculous.
Sorry, Patrick. It's not my intention to be disrespectful, but.
Oh, no, you're not being disrespectful. It's funny, though.
Okay.
Now you want to get one shot of red wine.
好闹哦！我们下次可以来一个认真的吗？
Don't put it in there. Put it off to the side. We're going to come back to that later. Don't drink it. We're coming back to that later. Okay? Now just give this a quick little shake till it's cold.
Patrick, have you ever had customers like this? Like,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know that you ask them to prepare stuff.
Yeah, but everyone doesn't get everything. So when I send out my menus, I also give them alternatives on what to use. I'm like, if you don't have cocktail shakers, you can use this or you can use that. Okay? Yours has like a little pour spout, so you don't even have to take the lid off. So
Cool.
once you shook it up some, everything's a little mixed and it's nice and cold. Then we're going to take your glass, take that glass, jump out all of that ice. So you should have an empty glass now. And now you want to strain this into your glass. So just go ahead and pour that into your glass because we don't want any ice in this drink.
Okay. Big ass strainer too.
Oh no!
Oh, it looks good already. What do I do with the orange juice?
So
It's too much. It's too much for the glass.
Okay. This is where I recommend, dip your finger in, give it a little taste, see how it is.
It's good. It's actually good. I'm happy. I don't taste the rice wine.
Yeah, so it should be okay, you can stop that now. You look weird.
You look weird.
If you don't have Cointreau or Triple Sec or Grand Marnier, a lot of times they put that in your margaritas.
Uh-huh.
They're all orange liqueurs. So they're literally all the same thing. So I was going to say, if you needed to be a little bit extra sweeter or you wanted a little bit more like a citrus like kick to it, then you can add that. But if it's good and you don't need it, then we don't have to use the orange juice.
I want it to look yellow.
Then you can add the orange juice if you want. I would do just like a third of a shot just to give it some color. All right, and then just swirl the glass real quick just to mix it up just a little bit. There you go. Now, this is the fun or hard part. Now, I'm not sure how well it's going to work with mine because I didn't use tequila, but yours should be a little bit thicker. It should be a little bit more dense because you have alcohol in yours. But take that shot of wine, take your spoon. Okay, you want to put that spoon right above the fill line. Yep, bring it down just a little bit so that it's kind of floating right on top. Yep. And then very slowly, you want to control the speed. Since you have a plastic cup, you could pinch it a little bit to make like a little spout to pour it from.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to spill all over your thing. All we're trying to do is just pour the wine over the spoon and down the back of the glass. And if we do it slowly, it should float on top of everything.
Oh, I think I saw that in one of your videos. Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
With mine,
Can I do that?
Oh, you got it. Oh, that's so cool.
just pour it slowly. And like I said, you should get this effect.
Crazy.
Am I pouring the whole shot glass?
Yep, go the full shot.
Oh.
And then you just lift your spoon up just a little bit slower. There you go. So then that way it still has some space to go.
Tian, did you see my drink?
Yes. Okay, that's kind of flirty. Are you flirting with me?
Yeah, you have big boobs.
You should be pretty good right now. But there you go. You got a devil's margarita.
So cool.
Except,
Okay, you're done. Finish.
Nice.
yeah, so there you go.
Cool.
And this is what we do on in-house bartending. We make drinks just like this, using simple stuff that you got at home.
Oh, how do you drink it?
If you want it, you can just drink it as is with the layer. Because what's going to happen is as you drink it, it'll start to change flavors. Because you'll get the wine first, but then you'll get everything below the wine.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit stronger. And then once you get about halfway, then you'll get more of the wine flavor, then a little bit less of that. Or you can just stir it up so that everything is mixed together. It's really however you want to do it.
刚刚经过了一连串的
you should
闹
try
剧。I'm gonna ask him to teach me something else.
Oh, is he
I'm
gonna
not
make
interested in rice wine.
a girls on the way drink?
Yes, he's going to do it. 所以刚刚 Patrick 就是教 Kelly 做了一杯
Then it's a
可
little
爱的
dry.
调酒。Shut up!
Okay, you don't have to be yelling.
Because every time you drink like more than 3 glasses, you're out of control.
Okay.
So how did you like your drink, Miss Kelly?
I really, really like it. The fact that it's alcoholic but doesn't taste alcoholic, and it was made out of the stuff that I own, which means that I will actually consume everything that's in it. It's amazing. I'm not a cocktail person because I haven't had a cocktail that I really, really like. It always grosses me out, but this one doesn't taste weird. I mean, it just tastes
something.
No, it doesn't taste alcoholic. I don't know why. Like, I literally added this thing myself, right? But it just doesn't taste alcoholic. I don't know why.
Magic!
Balanced.
Maybe
Balanced.
because I was
Very
drunk.
nice. We were talking about we're gonna get a session from you from your website and ask other girls to be in a house together and do a happy hour. Like Kelly said, she usually don't get like good cocktails from restaurants and stuff. And last time we were just talking about that because whenever I'm ordering a drink, I'll actually read what's in there, so I kind of can guess what it would taste like. But she doesn't do it. She sees like amazing names and she's like, I want to get this.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. Like I get to see this freaking comedy in front of me. A big ass shaker and a big ass drainer and rice alcohol. It's pretty cool.
This can be something you can use in the future. Taiwanese mijo. Do people actually drink this?
My
Yeah.
I
dad.
think you're not supposed to drink this, right?
You're not supposed to drink it. A lot of it.
So Patrick, do you want to say something at the end of this crazy interview?
Do you have any question for us?
No, I don't think I have any questions. I mean, I know you also. I don't really have any questions. I know Tia. I don't know you. But no, I don't think I really have any questions. This was fun.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it actually was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing this, and it's good to talk about like my experience as a business owner, but to have people who are from Taiwan who kind of like could speak on this now because we're both foreigners in our own right in different parts of the world. So it's cool having someone I could talk to, but again from a different end of that spectrum. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you all for having me.
Do you want to end this with the Chinese?
Booyah.
不要。不行，还是要感恩。
Okay, so it's gratitude time, which I don't enjoy much.
At the end of every episode of ours, we'll do a gratitude session. Where you
Okay.
just say anything that you're grateful
That you're grateful for. Oh,
Yes.
nice.
You cannot
Yeah.
say anything about us.
Mine's very shallow, but I am very grateful for this long, luxurious hair that I've been able to grow, while so many others struggle to grow hair.
Huh?
Who did your hair?
My friend Erica, she braided it the other day.
Nice.
I'm so grateful for a slow cooker. Because I've been so tired and overwhelming at work. I just don't feel like cooking, but a slow cooker allowed me to just put all the ingredients in there and just press the button, and the next morning I can have a lunchbox.
I love my slow cooker. I want to change my answer. I'm grateful for my slow cooker too. Because I'm actually going to use it as soon as we get off this call. I'm going upstairs and I'm making dinner.
It's your turn.
I'm so grateful for Tian, so I can meet.
No. You said we're not allowed to say girl on the way. You can't say things about each
There's
other.
nothing about girls on the way.
No, Tiana is half a girl's on the way. She's the girl on.
You don't tell me what to do.
All right,
I'm the host.
Go.
I'm so grateful for Tian that I get to meet great people like Patrick and Carl.
Okay, that's it.
Wait, I do want to say, I know you said I couldn't say this, but I actually am very grateful that you all are still safe and you're okay. Because I know you all had that bad storm, the snowstorm and stuff, was it last week or the week before last?
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people in your area lost electricity and didn't have like clean water. So I'm glad that
Like
you all
me.
are safe. I'm glad that you all are safe and that you're
Yeah.
warm and that you're better now. So
Thank you, Patrick, and thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
was
fun.
Okay, I'm so freaking sleepy. So
I'm so freaking drunk. 好，那就这样吧。
好，那今天的 Girls on the Way 就到这里结束喽。让 Kelly 好好去享受她的这一杯米酒做的调酒。 非常之奇怪。But
真的很好喝。
他说很好喝，那就真的很好喝。She keeps saying it's delicious, but I think it's crazy because it's made from rice alcohol.
I'll make it for you next time.
Next time I will try.
Patrick, do you have Taiwanese name?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
叫什么？
高富帅。
That's funny. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you for listening. 记得 follow 我们的 IG @girlsontheway GOTW，
也不要吝啬的在各大平台给我们5星好评，或是在我们的 IG 跟我们互动，给我们一些批评指教哦。